we do have a major announcement here on the show, and I'm going to actually comfortably invoke the major announcement. A major announcement from the Mark Thompson Show. A major announcement. It is something that when we came over here, we wanted to quickly bring a lot of the KGO audience over with us, and that's why we did it quickly. And wanted to bring Kim and wanted to bring John, and wanted to power things up quickly. And one of the people who was really so instrumental in that is the producer, fabulous producer John Daly. So fabulous producer John Daly works tirelessly behind the scenes.
Fabulous producer John Daly.
And he's a big he's a big contributor on the show. He's funny, he's smart, he's everything you want in somebody who you're going to work with. Hang on one sec. He's a great colleague. So it is with great sadness that I tell you that, but also great excitement, that I say that John's got a real job. He's just picked up this magnificent, substantial job with benefits and all the rest. And sadly, though, has to leave the show. It's really sad for me and for Kim and for, I'm sure, much of the audience, because we love John so much. I mean, truly, I don't think I could do the show without John Daly. I just think I've told Kim this. I've told others this. I mean, I think I've said it on the radio in Los Angeles when I've been on. He is mission critical. So trying to find anyone to fill his shoes will be hard. But I'm so excited for him because I also consider him a friend, and I love this opportunity that he's taking on. So John, we love you, pal, and really going to miss you.
Well, thank you. It's kind of emotional because I really enjoy being part of the show. I also enjoy having healthcare, so it's a difficult balancing act. I came back to KGO to do everything I could to return it to what it was prior to the big blowups. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out, but we did our best, right, Kim?
We did.
One of my, biggest accomplishments was tirelessly lobbying KGO management to bring Kim back full time, and I feel like that was one of the most successful things that I accomplished while I was at KGO.
Aww.
And I'm really proud of that because the audience knows that she's beloved and she's part of the KGO that we know and love. It's been an honor to work with Mark. I've been able to work with some of the greats in radio broadcasting. Mark's right up there with Gene Burns. They're both very, very funny, and they both elevate everyone they work with, which is not always the case. I'm not going to name names, but not every talk show host is the sweetest person in the world, and Mark is. And I just want to thank him for his generosity and his friendship.
Oh,
I'm crying. Are you crying? I'm already crying.
The Mark Thompson.
No, I'm not going to cry.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not
John
gonna cry.
Daly, we're gonna miss you so much. You're the best guy.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Well, I don't know.
I'm ready for a new adventure.
Hey, I hear Orange. What is it? The Panda Express that serves orange chicken. They pay more than Cumulus Media, so there are options out there.
I want to try something new.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Panda is offering, I see, $19 to $40 an hour to start. Wow.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Well, it's really sad for us. We really do love our John Daly, and
well, not everyone.
Everyone I know, so and care about. So it's sad that we're going to lose you. You're helping to transition somebody else, and on Monday, we will have somebody.
This is no picnic, no summer camp.
Right. It is tough. There's a lot to manage here that, you don't see. And then there's stuff that you do see. And you can see even John is not, you're not going to KCBS, John. No. You're not yet. No.
As much as I love traffic and weather together, they are hiring. If anyone's interested, they need a producer for traffic and weather, which is, the dream job, I guess.
Well, you are high as a kite.
Well, John really has helped put everything together, and so we'll miss him. And on Monday, at least on an interim basis, because we're just trying to, stopgap it. But somebody who's familiar with the show is what we wanted, and somebody also who you were familiar with. That's what I wanted. And fresh-faced former producer Albert will now return as the commissioner of sports and as fresh-faced producer Albert. So he will return to the fold here, and we're excited about that. But again, that's to stopgap it, and John is so clear of our, with our systems and how we do everything.
Processes, protocols.
We have processes and protocols and standards.
Right. And so John has tried to get Albert up, or is trying to get Albert up now on how those work. Again, just maybe even on an interim basis. But I mean, I'm just hoping John will return. John, you've told me, and I guess I can just share this with everybody, that when we do live events, and we will do a couple of live events in the new year, where we try to bring this community, the virtual community, together, those who can manage it, that you will come to those if at all possible.
Oh, did I promise that? Let me check my calendar. No, of course.
I'd be willing to bet my lunch that there's alcohol involved.
Maybe there was alcohol involved in
No, and you'll see me back in the chat after I get up and running.
Yeah. John,
once I start slacking at my new job.
Yeah. I think you're welcome here anytime, and I think the audience would love to have you involved in any way. So in the chat, if you want to jump on a link, whatever, it would really be great. But
yeah, and if we do a get together up here, I'm down.
Yep, that'd be really, really cool. So it's a tough pill to swallow, but again, it's we knew when we came over and began this that someone like John would likely find something else, but he was so cool to still stay with this and help us. We really raised the church. We those in those videos where they build it in like a day.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, please.
Launching a YouTube channel is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yeah, it is. It's awful. I mean, it really tests it's still testing us. And it's to stand in against the YouTube heat. I can't do that. And you've seen it, how they are completely AI driven and completely, and we still can't get an actual person involved in customer service with this disconnect over the clerical error.
This is the kind of, we got to be careful before you get shut down. This is the kind of technical support you get from big tech, right? You can't call them. You can only send an email, and every time you send an email, you get a different person handling your case, right? And in this case, we have one person who's competent responding to us, and the other person who's not, and they keep going back and forth. So it is frustrating, but it's the same experience you have with Uber. Any of these tech companies where you try to get something resolved.
That's right. Uber is the same thing. You can't get anybody on the phone. And I will say this, and here's why I love YouTube. I love YouTube because of the way that you can interact with us and because of the way that you can seamlessly join us. And that's the reason I chose it. I knew that our audience was used to just clicking on the radio. And here, this is the best I can do to approximate that process. So,
and it is a great opportunity. It's just challenging. So
yeah,
I just wanted to vent there for a second.
No, it really is tough.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Right, exactly.
But it's brought us all together.
It has.
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
Right. Hal was actually smarter, probably, than the AI we're dealing with.
Everything is going extremely well.
All right, so...
he understood the issue.
Right.
He just didn't care.
Well, I was going to get John something for his farewell.
You can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
I know. I just haven't had a chance to swing by Sam's. But yeah, we're going to miss you, Johnny. So, but Johnny will be in touch, and he'll be back on with us, as he says, in the chat.
I didn't type that.
That was Kim who wrote that.
I did it.
Yeah.
Sayonara, sucker.
Yeah, right. We love you, but pack your stuff and have him be out of here. Right. Okay. And of course, you get nothing.
You get nothing.
So, very sad, but we got through it, and it was emotional. So I was glad we were able to avoid the truly an emotional farewell. But
and thanks to everybody in the chat for the nice words. The kind
we
words.
love you, John Daly. You're going to do great things, and you'll be very, very
well. I don't know about that.
I do.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily sign on to that. And let's not gild the lily, as they used to say. Come on, lay it on too thick. But anyway, all right, Johnny, I've got a
Thank you,
bigger
Mark.
line on a bigger name on line one. Yeah, I love you, I truly do, and so we'll be in
Thank you,
touch.
Kim.
Mark, yeah,
Kim, thank you.
and John will be here tomorrow. His last Friday Fabulous Florida, so he will be judged by it. You know, his legacy will be affected by his
No
last
pressure.
Friday Fabulous Florida. So